Well, hi everybody, and thanks for joining me. Another hunt for the noise. In this case, I'm going to go after this one. This very distinct one here. Now, I got two radios playing in here. One you're seeing, but you're actually hearing the sound from another portable radio. Both tuned to 810 AM. What does this kind of thing? I can pick this up in quite a number of places across the band. And this, I suspect, is the smart meter on the back of my house. So I want to prove it. So, let's try and do that now. There's the other radio, the one you're actually hearing. You can see the signal strength. It's all bars coming on. So right now I am about, well, I'd say, in a straight line, 10 or 12 feet from the power meter on the back of my house. In fact, the fuse panel for my house is in the room I'm in right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to the front of the house and see what we get out there. So I'll be much further away from the meter. Okay, so I'm out about halfway down my driveway towards the road. At the front of my house, I'm probably, hard for me to say, 50 feet from the meter now. And we don't see any evidence of it here. Let me just rotate the radio a bit because it has a directional antenna. No. In fact, I hear an adjacent station coming in here. Very quiet.
You're in a bad mood. Now I'm going to have to work even harder to make you laugh, all because you have to have things your way and you won't back down.
You hear it a little bit, but no signal strength. Okay, so let's go around. Okay. Here I am right below my smart meter, and as I walked here the signal got louder, but not in a way that absolutely convinces me it's coming from the smart meter. Now let's keep listening to that. Look at the actual smart meter here. You can see a symbol flashing on and off on the smart meter. And at a glance it seems to match what you hear on the radio, but you watch it long enough. Matches there, but not there. Now it's out of sync. Now it's in. So, I'm not sure what that proves. If you look at the signal strength, it's full. I'm just going to go to the back of my property. It's only about 25 feet further away from me. Okay, so now I'm at the back of my property. I'm about 25 feet from the power meter. Of course, I'm approaching my neighbor's power meters. So I'm kind of surrounded by these things. I mean, every house has one. And the signal strength has definitely gone down. Now let me go the same distance away, but instead of right behind it, I'll go off to the side of it. You can kind of imagine what I'm saying. Let's see. Oh, look who's here. That's my cat, Peanut. coming to investigate what I'm up to. Hey, maybe it's the cat. They swallowed something and it's been emitting this RF signal since then. Okay, so I'm about the same distance away, only I'm kind of like 90 degrees. You think of a circle around the meter, away from it. Don't know what to make. I'm not, it's hard to be sure of any of this. Certainly out front there was a lot of... Okay, so now I'm still about the same distance from the meter, but this wall here, on the other side of it, is the shop. The other side and down a bit. I just happen to be right at my gas meter here. But I don't imagine that has anything to do with any of this. It's particularly strong here. Okay, so I'm standing right below the smart meter. I'm just going to walk around the corner of my house here. And you can just listen to this. I'm going to walk away from the meter towards something else. Maybe that's a little bit suspicious. By the way, I have not adjusted the radio volume or tuning at all during this. The radio, of course, has a loop antenna in it, and it's directional. So I was just off camera, swinging it around, trying to get something out of the directionality of it. Certainly the signal goes up and down, but I can't sort out what that really means. But I did this. I'm going to repeat this now. And that's just holding the radio at this angle. I'm going to pass what was my cable box. I didn't say what it was, but... let's just listen. Sorry about my poor cameramanship here, but I'm trying to watch too many things at once. Okay, so as soon as we get up close to that cable, we pick up a lot of stuff. Now, let me just go to another spot on the other side of my house, and that's the outdoor outlet. That little extension cord you see there goes over to my deck. So let's hold this up close to the power cord. It's already making lots of sound. There we go. Let me go turn the power off to this. I'll pull the cord out and see what happens. Nothing too dramatic. So what I'm trying to find now is a wire coming out of my house that is farther away. Okay, so not particularly loud, is it? So being the radio guy I am, I have a lot of radios. So this radio is the one that sits out on my deck all the time. bit of a beater. Nevertheless, we can use it as a test radio. That's where we were just a moment ago. Here we are with this one. So you can see it receives quite well. Look. Speak of the devil. That's around 1100.
Done.
This is the one we've been following.
3 up.
Right around 810. No particular directionality to it. So, I thought I'd let you look at my son's Jurassic Park garden here while I kind of summarize what we just figured out, which is, I don't know, I don't think we figured out much of anything, frankly. I'm not absolutely convinced it's the smart meter. Yes, there's something flashing on the front of the smart meter, and I'm not exactly sure what that indicates. It's flashing at about a 1 second beat. But you know, there could be lots of things that have a 1 second beat in them of some sort. So smart meter remains very suspicious. If the smart meter is issuing spurious signals, almost certainly they're being conducted by the electric system throughout my house and everybody's house around here. And so as you walk around, you're basically walking around inside a big antenna. And no wonder you can't sort out where it's coming from and what direction it's in and all that kind of stuff. I can't shut the smart meter off. I'd have to get the power company to come out here, and boy, I'd have to have one heck of a case. And I'd have to interest them in a big way in coming out here and joining me in these experiments. Now, it might be interesting to ask the power company some questions and try to get on their friendly side and see what I can find out, from someone who would actually tell me what they know. That'd be pretty tricky, because I imagine the power companies would be very guarded about any of this kind of stuff, because the implications are huge. I mean, if it was ever determined that the smart meters were causing illegal radio interference, that would put all the power companies into a very difficult zone. Now you wonder, how can this be? Instruments like that are always tested for radio interference and that kind of stuff. Well, this is a 900 megahertz transmitter built into that thing to transmit data, and on the band it's in is considered to be interference tolerant. And I think all the focus has been on the 900 megahertz band where these things operate. This is my understanding anyway. I could have this whole story wrong, but in the general sense, probably these meters have passed interference around the bands that they transmit in, and that's what they've been certified on. But as for being checked for other forms of interference, well, I have no idea. We just imagine they would have been, but it's really kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to know, without getting right inside it and finding out what this is all about. So that's why the plants have been eaten. I've been wondering, every morning I come out and there's been some nibbling. It's from that guy there. Don't be fooled, he's just standing very, very still right now. So, another step along the way in this confusing investigation of what is causing this horrific noise. And you know what? It could be many things. I'm chasing this one that has a pulse because it's so easy to spot and recognize. But there could be others in there too. By the way, all the bigger computers were off in my house. So none of this is coming from computers. Of course, all my routers and things like that were operating. Hey, I should go pull the plug on those. Let's go do that. Well, it's not my TV. Here in my closet is the router. There's nothing coming out of that. There you are. It's off. Didn't make any difference. Okay, so now I'm back in my house downstairs, and this is where the cable comes into the house. Sorry, it's kind of dark up there. I don't think I can light it up easily, but there's the main cable splitter. And so we're getting a very strong signal outside the house at this point. Let's see what happens here. I'll lift the radio up there. Well, there's other gibberish coming off those cables. And here's one thing, and just looking up at my house here, I've been playing around with some of the wires here. See all these wires, I have a bundle of them traveling through here. Things like the antenna line into my shop, and quite a few computer cables, TV cable, everything is bundled together and running along here. So I'm kind of wondering, you can get an idea how many wires I've got up there all bundled together. Maybe that's part of the problem. So let's go in my shop here. So there's the pulsing signal, and there's that rumbly noise one coming from the cable. Back behind here, sorry, in the dark here, is my telephone modem. Doesn't seem to be any particularly strong. And up here is a computer router up in the dark here. No, it's got its own little signal there, I heard, but nothing to do with this pulsing. Well, I don't know. I think I would class this whole investigation as a big failure. I have no clue. I really had no clue what would be doing that. But sure enough, if I get off my property, this is gone. I've never heard this signal anywhere else, but I'm not out investigating other people's homes, so I don't know how common this really is. Maybe I should ask my neighbor if I can come by and with my radio and check it out. Yeah, I should do that. I will do that. But for now, I think this is where it ends. If anybody out there has any clue as to what would make this pulsing sound, I'd be real interested in hearing about it. And any ideas you might have on what I should check next, please let me know. Drop a comment on the video, and I'll check it out. But this is, for someone like me, a radio listener, this is a terrible thing, a terrible situation that I've been struggling with, and I don't complain that vigorously about, but in fact, I'm really upset about it. So I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching all the noise. I almost missed another opportunity here. And that's to find out what happens when I turn on my computer. So check it out. It's off. My screens are black. How off is off? So here's the radio. Yeah, how off is off. There's the... You can't see anything, I realize that, but I'm holding it up against the computer now. Go back to the screen. So let's leave it. Let's leave it right behind my coffee cup here. Okay, now we'll switch on my computer. Now my computer was in sleep mode, so you can see it kind of booted up really quick. A whole new set of noises have come on, and wiped out the pulsing. That explains why last night I was sitting in here and I could not pick up that pulsing. And I thought, what's going on here? And this morning I came downstairs and just checked again, and there it was. What's going on is my computer's not in the picture. Now let's check this other radio. Go over here and see what we hear. No pulsing. Not that the pulsing isn't there. It's that it's been wiped out by even more noise. Let's just pull this away a little bit. Gee, if you think it was a smart meter, if I got up close to the smart meter, it would, I would hear it again. So, not far from it. I just lifted up to the ceiling of my room here. No hint of it. So, either the pulsing was my computer, which is kind of ridiculous, and now with the that's kind of funny. What happened there? With the computer on, it has stopped pulsing and it started doing these other things. I don't believe that. Let's see. Oh, I got an email from Justin Trudeau. He might be the next Prime Minister of Canada. I wonder what he's writing me about. Sending me personal emails. Thank you, Justin. Okay. Well, I don't know what to say. I'm just getting more and more confused by the whole situation. I think the only thing I can say now is I have a complex, multi-source noise environment in which noises are masking noises. And if you eliminate one, you just start hearing others. And what a schmozzle. I mean, maybe this is just your modern house, and I'm just poking around here like few people actually do. I mean, how many people are listening to AM radio in their homes these days? Just about none. And I suppose those that are having this battle with all this noise. Hey, let me know what's going on around your house. Get out your AM radio. Hunt around. See, hey, can anybody find the same pulsing thing? In my house, it's on a frequency of, you can see it, 810, and other frequencies. So, especially if by some chance you're in Ontario, or in Durham, or your power company is Viridian, you'll have exactly the same meter on the back of your house that I have. But I really don't think it's the meter. I really don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. So, I'll stop thinking. So thanks so much for watching this, and I'm really looking forward to any comments. Bye.